Brett is not a coin you want to miss this cycle. I think this is going to be one of the best performing meme coins for 2025, and just getting 25,000 Brett, which is $4,000 in today's money, is going to set you up amazingly in the future. This coin still has many catalysts left in the tank, right? It still needs that Coinbase listing, and once it does get listed on those tier 1 exchanges, you can expect this coin to do absolute numbers. Let's take a look at what Brett has going for it. So first and foremost is going to be the narratives, right? So Brett is the best friend of Pepe, and as you guys know, Pepe is one of the most bullish meme coins this cycle. I think Pepe will easily hit around a $40 billion valuation. Right now it's already at that $10 billion mark, so it just has a 4x to go. But Brett is still sitting at about that 1.6 billion valuation. So I think it can pretty easily hit a 20 billion valuation at the peak of the bull run this cycle. And this is very similar to what SHIB and Doge did last cycle. SHIB and Doge did a 40 billion and a 90 billion dollar market cap at the peak of 2021. And if Pepe and Brett can do even half of that, even less than half of that, then we can get a 20 billion and a 40 billion valuation. And I think this cycle has the potential to be much larger than last cycle, right? You're going to have a lot more money flowing into meme coins, and a lot of institutions are actually going to be buying meme coins this cycle. And Brett being on Base, right? Base is the Ethereum layer 2 incubated by Coinbase, the exchange, and Brett being on Base is just that much more bullish. Brett is one of the most exciting coins right now because it's not listed on Coinbase yet. And once it does get listed on Coinbase, people are going to start buying in massively. And people are already starting to anticipate a future Coinbase listing. And that's why you see the price starting to rise, right? We went from about that 8 to 9 cent area, and now we've slowly risen up to about 16 cents. We actually hit about 19 cents, almost made a new all-time high, but now we've retraced a little bit and we're consolidating. There's been a pattern recently with Coinbase meme coin listings. You can see the number 1 and number 2 Ethereum memes are now listed on Coinbase. It used to be SHIB, right? That was the only top Ethereum meme coin listed on Coinbase, but now Pepe, that number 2 spot, number 2 Ethereum meme, is now listed. And this just happened a couple of days, maybe about a week ago. And now the number 1 and number 2 Sol meme coin, Solana, have already been listed on Coinbase as well, right? Dog with Hat, of course, this has been listed for a pretty long time, but then Bonk recently also got listed, right? Bonk is that number 2 Solana meme. Now, what about Base, right? Base is a super bullish ecosystem, right? Top 3 bullish ecosystem, top 3 largest ecosystem. The number 2 Base meme coin, which is Degen, is listed on Coinbase. It got listed in early October. Now, Brett, the number 1 meme on Base, is still yet to be listed, and people are front running this fact that Brett is not listed yet. They are anticipating a listing, and people are getting into this project before it is too late, because you don't want to get into a project after it's already listed on Coinbase, after the normal people, the normal retail traders already see this coin on Coinbase and they can easily buy it without using a decentralized exchange, right? Whenever Brett does get listed on Coinbase, you can expect this coin to be well over 50 cents already. So just to be able to front run that massive, 2 to 3x rise from that Coinbase listing is going to be huge for your wallet. You want to get in as early as possible, and right now it is still not too late. So Brett still has the massive catalyst of Coinbase, and once it does hit Coinbase, like I said before, it's going to be, in my opinion, possibly even around a 10 billion valuation after it gets this Coinbase listing, and it can go a lot higher. Let's actually take a look at the chart of Brett, right? You can see it actually hit its all-time high of around 19 cents, 19.5 cents a couple of days ago. It was not able to break the all-time high, unfortunately. So now we've retraced back into that 16 cent area. You can see the RSI is still a little bit high right now, so I would expect Brett to actually retrace possibly back into this blue line, this 15 cent area. This is where I've outlined in the past. This was kind of these local highs that we got right here. If Brett does break this blue line and goes below the blue line, then I do expect it to retrace back into this strong support area. So that's basically anywhere from 10 cents to 13 cents. And if it does go back to that area, then I will definitely load up heavily, because I've mainly already loaded my bags for Brett, to be honest with you. But if it does dip back down, if we get another slight Bitcoin correction, if altcoins correct even further, then I do expect Brett to dip back down into this 10 to 13 cent area, which is an area that I am very, very keen on picking up more Brett. But for the short term, I do expect Brett to consolidate in this 15, 16, 17 cent area if we don't get any drastic movements with Bitcoin, right? Everything, of course, is correlated with Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart to see when altcoin season might be expected to happen and what's happening in the short term with your altcoins. Bitcoin right now is still continuing to make new all-time highs, right? It is on the verge of breaking out again, right? If we go past this previous all-time high of around $93,000, I can definitely expect us to make a push to 100K. And that's going to be huge, right? That is a huge psychological barrier for Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is still very bullish. Most of the money in crypto is still flowing into Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still that top dog, and Bitcoin dominance right now is still extremely, extremely high. As you guys can see, right? 60% Bitcoin dominance. We had a retracement back down to 58%, and then we had a pump up back up to about 61%, and now we've had another retracement. But then now we're kind of consolidating, still kind of at that 60% range. I don't expect Bitcoin dominance to have that drastic fall off that we're looking for anytime soon. As you guys know, whenever we have a drastic fall off in Bitcoin dominance, that is when altcoin season starts, right? That happens every single cycle. Whenever we have that giant drop off in Bitcoin dominance, as you can see here, that is exactly when altcoin season happens. And whenever we have that drastic drop off in Bitcoin dominance, in 2025, whenever that might be, it might be in February, it might be in March, it might be in January, right? Whenever that happens, that's when you're going to see meme coins, altcoins, every single altcoin that you own do absolute numbers, and you're going to see plus 30, 40, 50, 100% days pretty easily. That is what I consider the euphoria phase of the cycle, and in my opinion, we are still nowhere close to that. Or at the very least, we haven't really seen the signs of that happening anytime soon. We need to be able to see multiple days, at least a week or two consecutively of Bitcoin dominance dropping. So right here, you can see this is the daily chart. We had about 1, 2, 3. We had 3 days consecutively of Bitcoin dominance dropping, but just 3 red candles isn't going to cut it. We're going to need 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive red candles in order for me to confidently say, hey, things might be turning around. Altcoin season is just on the horizon, or altcoin season is just started. As you guys can see, altcoins are still going up, right? You're still seeing many altcoins do extremely well. Compared to about a month ago, I would say most of your altcoins have probably done around, a 1.5 to maybe even a 2x. Basically, all of your coins have gone up. A lot of meme coins especially have gone up a lot. Even coins like Cardano, right? A very, very old coin has done extremely well, right? HBAR done extremely well. Kosh Network, extremely well. Caspa, extremely well. All of your cryptos right now are still doing extremely well, even when Bitcoin dominance is rising. But when altcoin season starts officially, and when you see that drop off in Bitcoin dominance, you're going to see these coins perform even better. These are very, very bullish times, guys. So I'm very, very excited. And Brett is going to be one of the best performing coins. So what are my price predictions for Brett, and how much can you expect that 25,000 Brett, so that 4,000 investment to get you at the peak of the bull run? Let's take a look. Right now, Brett is sitting at 16 cents, and I believe anywhere from a 50 cent to a $1.50 valuation for Brett is extremely high likelihood. And I think it doesn't even need an exchange listing, right? I don't even think Coinbase needs to list Brett for Brett to hit anywhere from a $5 billion to a $15 billion market cap. I think all of this outlined in green is very possible even without an exchange listing. But when we get to those higher market caps, when we get to $2 to $5, that's when we're going to eventually need some catalyst to happen, and we're going to need some tier 1 exchange listings, most likely a Coinbase listing, right? A Coinbase listing for Brett will almost guarantee, in my eyes, a $20 billion market cap valuation. I think that is without question. So $2 Brett is pretty much guaranteed in my eyes with a Coinbase listing. And then a $50 billion market cap Brett, which is a $5 Brett, right? This is slightly above the all-time high market cap of SHIB last cycle. I think this can definitely still happen. I would say this is probably kind of that peak where I expect Brett to ultimately land, right? Can it go above $5? Sure. but I don't want to be a moon boy in this prediction, right? I want to be slightly conservative. I made the comparison of Brett to Sheeb, and I think this is a great comparison to make, right? Brett and Pepe being the Sheeb and the Doge of this cycle. At the Sheeb all-time high, Brett would be at $4, so that would be a 25x from today's price. And I think this is possible, right? With a Coinbase listing, with more bullishness, with Brett being that top 5, maybe even top 3 coin, I think this can definitely happen. And if this does happen, how much can 25,000 Brett get you? How much can a $4,000 investment get you? Well, that would be over $100,000 when Brett is at $40 billion market cap, which is the all-time high market cap of Sheeb. I think this is very possible. Of course, this isn't financial advice, but I hope this gives you at least a glimpse of the possibilities for Brett. And that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what other videos you want to see. Patreon is coming, guys. Sorry for the wait. As you guys can see, it's very late right now. Right, I've been really busy. Probably need to get some sleep really soon. But stay tuned for this. Right, keep an eye out in the community post, and I will keep you guys updated. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.